Today we are going to go over some infield. I've got a couple clips. One is called Instant Date with Perfect 10, so that should be interesting. It's by Evolution Daily, and we're going to see, is his game good, right? Is he on point? Is he, is he rizzing the girl up, or is his game awkward and creepy like most of society thinks most pickup artists are, right? Is he going to be cringe and awkward and actually make the girl uncomfortable, or is it solid?
You're checking your Tinder?
No,
You're not?
I don't do Tinder.
Oh, okay. If we were on Tinder, would you swipe me left?
What?
Would you swipe left on me if we were on Tinder? I just think you're super pretty. I wanted to come up and say what's up.
All right, guys, what do you think of that opener? Okay, what is that walk? Yeah, so I'll be completely honest. The immediate critique of Aaron to me is that he's kind of got an affect. And by that, I mean he's got like this exaggerated, it's kind of East Coast, this East Coast exaggerated swag that's a little bit put on, right? And doesn't read as entirely genuine. So that would be the criticism. But however, his opener is pretty good. There's a few reasons why it's good. One is he immediately is like, "Are you on Tinder?" Because she's on her phone. It's addressing what's happening in real time, and it's automatically moving it towards dating, moving it towards something sexual without being aggressive or like, too weird, right? It's something that she can say yes or no to, probably going to be no, and that you can play with. So generally, it's a solid opener, right? Because it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very in the moment. It's not too scripted, right? It's based on what's actually happening. And it's something that you can banter based on her response. And he does a good job of that, right? He does banter based on her response. And then he turns it into, would you swipe right or left on me in Tinder? That is, I actually like that a lot if you say it in the right tone, which he did in this case. But you could say that in a way where the girl would be like, think you're being too try hard, or that you're being too needy, being too reactive, right? It's like when a girl says, "Do these jeans make me look fat?" It's kind of like that. But the way he said it is pretty grounded and assumptive that she's going to like him, that of course she's going to swipe right or whatever, right? That's the vibe that it's coming from. So it's actually pretty solid. And if she says, "Oh, I would swipe left," even if that happened, I think he would be able to deal with that. But you can tell by the way he's saying it, she's not going to, first of all, be a bitch and say, "Oh, yeah, I'd swipe left." That's unlikely. And it makes it more flirtatious. So actually, I really like his opener. His walk's not amazing, but I think his opener is actually quite good.
Thank you, but at the Tinder thing, and
You don't do the online. How do you usually meet guys? Just out in person?
No, like in person, like in my work, or I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes on Lincoln Road ever, or weeks, I think.
Honestly,
And you live here in Miami?
yeah.
Okay. What brings you here right now? Doing Christmas shopping?
Yes, I'm doing Christmas shopping now, buying stuff for my dad, my family.
Fun. ¿Hablas español?
Sí, ¿tú?
Un poco.
Where are you from?
Ohio.
Oh, that's nice.
Sí. ¿De dónde eres?
De Chile.
Ah, Chile.
Sí, de Santiago.
Chile is the second freest economy in the world.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we used to be.
Not so much now. Yeah.
Now you know what's going on now, so.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is. Yeah. So what part? You in Miami Beach? You over in Brickell?
No, I live here like 6 straight actually.
Okay.
A little bit far up here, but
Yeah.
in the middle of somewhere.
Yeah, I'm in an Airbnb right now over on Collins, looking at different apartments, and I used to live over here. I used to live over at the Octagon Tower,
Okay.
so just figuring out where I want to live next.
No, I would recommend you, like, there's a couple places here, it's nice.
I like Brickell.
Brickell is very nice. I
Yeah.
live there, I just love the beach. And I go run to the beach every morning, almost. Not
Yeah.
every morning, but 4 or 5 days a week.
Do you think you can run further than me?
I don't know. Do you know?
I lift a lot. Like you can see how like strong I am. I lift a lot of weights. I can only really do about 5 miles when I run.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you're laughing at me. That's savage.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
I'm mad at you now.
No, don't get
Jeez.
mad at me.
Yeah. Well,
What's your
yeah.
name?
I'm Aaron.
Aaron.
And you?
Adriana.
Adriana?
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. Your hands are totally full.
Thank you.
What are you doing the rest of the evening?
Well, I just tried to keep it like to buy a white shirt for my dad,
Yeah.
and that's it. And
Okay.
then after, I'm okay with that. And then I have to send pictures and stuff, and
Yeah.
qualities and send it to
Why do you have to send pictures?
because I have to send it to Chile.
Ah, I see. Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
We should grab a drink in a little bit.
Well, text my number
Yeah.
and we can set up.
I think that would be
I'm
great.
Okay. This comment that's intense. You can say that it's not going well, that she doesn't like him, but really, like you're going all out with that comment, right? She's gripping the pepper spray. This is predatory. Okay, how is he being predatory? First of all, like men can definitely be predatory. I'm not like that happens, but what about this interaction specifically is predatory? Because that's such an extreme comment that it's disgusting and predatory. Kind of sounds like something that a guy who never gets laid would say. I'm open to your commentary, but this is a lot because it's not the smoothest approach of all time. But she's clearly being receptive and talking to him. And if she wants to not talk to him, she can say, "Oh, I have to do this," or whatever. She can say she's not interested. He's not being like forcing her to talk to him in any way, right? So it's crazy how some people think like this, right? Like it's crazy how all women are just always victims. Just because you're a man and you're talking to women, they're being victimized and they can't even like say they don't want to talk to you. I mean, he's in public. It's not like they're in a dark alleyway at 4 a.m. So this mindset it shows so much of the problem that men have today.
Finish everything because I'm in my scooter there and I need to like.
Okay, so we have a response, and I appreciate that. It's very obvious that she's not receptive and scared of the dude. Scared? Like, yes, I mean, that happens, right? Like, there are guys, I know guys who do that to women, right? I know guys, and I hate that. So I 100% understand. There are men who have no social awareness whatsoever and literally scare women, and it's awful. But what makes you think that she's scared of him? I'll highlight this if we repost it later, but what makes you think she's scared of him? Like, she's in Lincoln Road. She doesn't have to talk to him. And his interaction isn't perfect, but the idea that she's scared of him and like based on what? Like, are you someone who's pulled a lot of girls from Cold Approach? The guy making this comment, have you pulled a lot of girls and you know what a good interaction, a bad interaction looks like through all your experience? Or are you kind of a beta male? Are you kind of a bit of a beta male white knight who just is making excuses? And I'm open to both, but it's definitely sounding more like it's one. I don't think he's scaring her. I mean, the statistic you're using is arbitrary, but yes, most communication is nonverbal. I agree. But the communication is not, she's terrified and he's like super aggressive and over the top. It's not that.
Here you go.
Finish all this crap because it's driving me crazy.
Yeah. From Chile.
He doesn't want to do anything, so just me.
Who doesn't want to do anything?
My dad doesn't want to buy the gift, so I'm doing that for him. I'm doing the dirty
Oh,
job.
I see. And then he's just going to pretend like, hey, I got this for
Exactly.
you. Yeah.
So he give me the money. I'm like, okay, go to buy everything for your family. And
Yeah.
that's
It's kind of savage.
it. Yeah, but he does a lot for me, so the dirty job.
Oh, I see. And then he's just going to pretend like, hey, I got this.
All right, I agree. It's crazy that someone commented, she's afraid and he's a predator. Like, what is wrong with you that is your interpretation? Like, how is it possible? Good timing for the fly to come in. But how is it possible that you are so skewed and so cucked by society that you think this was a guy being a predator? Like, really? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, society's screwed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you give me the money. I'm like, okay, go to buy everything for your family.
Yeah.
That's
It's kind of savage.
it. Yeah, but he does a lot for me, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's cool. Yeah.
You have to. I didn't put.
Oh, you did not.
No, I forgot.
That's okay. Let's see. Maybe did I X out? No, here we go. Okay, so that's you, right?
Yeah.
You have 911 in your phone number.
911.
That's a bad omen. You're bad news.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
just
that was
rang
me. I was calling. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you have an Android.
Yeah. I am a very not usual person.
So hey, how? I mean, are you gonna flake? I think we should get to know each other a little bit.
Okay. What did that mean?
The word flake.
Okay, so the way he said, "Are you gonna flake?" was honestly kind of defensive, and it was kind of assuming that I'm used to being flaked on. So I didn't like that at all, right? Like, despite the comments we're getting, which show some people are really, really unaware, that was not good, right? That was not ideal. Like, saying, "Are you gonna flake?" is not. It's the way he did it. It could be done in a way that might work, but the way he did it just came across as, I'm assuming you're gonna flake because I'm used to girls flaking on me. That's not attractive. Well, we can't see her face. I mean, she seems classy and attractive based on her, what we can see, but we can't know for certain. Like, there are plenty of girls whose bodies are a 10 and their faces a 2.
It means like somebody texts you and then you don't
Yeah.
text them back.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
People do that. I don't know why. Because they're rude.
You mean like playing games?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
hate that.
I hate it too.
I don't play games. I would say, you know what, I'm not into, or I don't like it, or whatever. But I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
So don't worry, I'm not that type of person.
Yeah. No, I think you're great. Well, hey, it was very nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
You're
Buenas
super nice.
noches. From Canada?
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. Soy Canario. No.
Yeah. I mean, I live close by, so
Okay.
if
Yeah.
it's not tonight, we can figure out any other day.
Yeah. Sometime.
Okay, so she is proactively saying, we can, if not tonight, we can find another day. So I believe it was Tim, that was you. Do you want to walk back your claims? Because she doesn't have to do that. She doesn't have to say, oh, by the way, like, I enjoyed this interaction, so like, maybe if not tonight, we can hang out later. She's not obligated to do that. So can you admit that you're a little bit socially, not to sound mean, little socially retarded? Can we admit that?
This week, I think that would be great.
Yeah. It's a lot to do here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe like, I don't know if you like the beach
I love the beach. Yeah.
or coffee.
I might, you know what? I might grab a drink at one of these spots over here. Why don't we grab a drink real quick? Just for like 15 minutes. Let's grab something real quick. Come with me. Come over here. Oh, excuse
What are
me.
you gonna make? I have to. My dad's gonna kill me. I need to buy something for him.
Yeah, we'll sit down. We'll have like one drink and then you.
That was not a horrible interaction. And we can't see that she was a perfect 10 or not because her face is blurred, but like, the fact that some people are reacting so strongly is kind of insane, because she was clearly receptive. There are things that I would criticize about his approach, but it was good enough. And a lot of guys think they need to be perfect. They need to be James Bond. They need to be 6'5". They need to be a millionaire. They need to be the epitome of charisma. And then maybe one day a girl will approach them. Look, Aaron's not perfect. His approach isn't perfect, but it was good enough. And is there, like, did he hook up with her? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he hooked up with her, right? Like, that would not shock anyone. It's entirely possible. and very likely. So for the people saying, oh my God, she's like terrified, blah, 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 shut the fuck up and go talk to people. Like, stop being a huge bitch and go talk to people. Or just give up and, admit that your genetic line is not meant to be passed on and keep that to yourself, right? Because that's the conclusion to be drawn from this, is that, sure, was it a perfect approach? No. But many of my polls were not perfect approaches. Who cares, right? It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough. And was that good enough? It was probably better than your approaches, guy who's saying, she's happy it's over. I'm sorry that you're so creepy that you need to think that, right? I'm sorry that you're so creepy that you just can't imagine a woman enjoying talking to you. That's a you problem. So I will make sure I have a link to his channel below if you want to see more, but that was a solid approach.